Hi, everybody. I'll tell you what, high production values tonight, everybody. High production values tonight. My voice is going. We're at a track that we haven't been to in 2 years. I'm pulling stats from 2020 for this racetrack. That's how long it's been that, I had to go back in history. That's how rare we come here. Welcome, everybody, to this one of those nights. I'm pretty sure it reset all my mics when my monitors went blank. I'm pretty sure. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. It's IndyCar night on iRacing. Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gatso, surviving to bring you P1's broadcasting signature presentation coverage of Round 2, Week 2 of Season 4, 2025 of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, coming to you from a track that only comes to us once every 2 years. A place where IndyCar ran for real back in the 1950s. It's a track too tough to tame. It's a lady in black, although sometimes it's been called the Indianapolis of the South. It's Darlington Raceway, one of the original super speedways right next to Indianapolis. And we are now getting ready to wrap up qualifying and get in the grid here for 70 laps here later tonight. But joining me as always, and probably going to be spelling me for a bit in my voice, is Justin Peschauer. Justin, you've got a lot of experience here, and also joining me in the booth is Luis Gonzalez-Nunez, who you might have heard has a lot of experience here as well. Gentlemen, welcome to the Deep South, where we are doing 95 miles tonight on the track too tough to tame.
Yeah, a lot of experience, but mainly in the stock cars. I've only thrown hot laps down here. I did consider running tonight, but I need to at least get a little bit more seat time on the track here. So who knows? Maybe I'll make a surprise appearance in one of the splits this week. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy the show here. Like you said, 95 miles, 70 laps. It's really quick around here. Over 200 miles an hour. The guys are going to be messing around with the weight jacker primarily on the front, where it's going to be, you're going to have minus 15 on the weight jacker on the front. That way you don't nuke the right rear tire.
Lewis, any thoughts before we get into the starting lineup? There are the weather conditions on the screen.
Man, that is a really tough race. I really remember being here, do some laps, and everything is fast. Everything is, but at that time you don't have a anti-roll bar, all the stuff, weight jacket. You just played it with the throttle and just try to survive and edge each corner. So it's gonna be a good race. I hope that people are getting crazy because it's very, very difficult to pass here.
All right, let's get into tonight's starting lineup. Go right ahead, JP.
If you hear me snickering before I start reading off the names, Casey Povolonis, as is tradition, before he takes the green flag, goes onto the grid, wow, over the mic. Why a cat's meow of all things? Anyways, Adriano Pinero is on pulse. Next name, it'll be Tanner Richards. Third, it'll be Jason Brophy, who also has experience here in the stock car with the NASCAR iRacing Fixed Series years ago. Brian Campbell will be starting fourth, and Ty Quillo will round out the top five. Trace Shadid will start sixth. Kyle Quenworth starts seventh. Sam Alexander eighth. Chris Albrecht starts ninth, and Mr. Meow himself, Casey Povolonis, will start 10th. 11th, it'll be Tristan. Is it Tristan or Tristan?
Tristan Fortin.
Tristan, that's a really rare name I never see on here. We'll start 11th. The boss man, Antonio Estrada, will start 12th. Indy Kirkenbacher starts 13th. Elijah Gilson will start 14th. And Crash Dion, still the best name in all of sim racing. Can't change my mind on that one. We'll start 15th. 16th, it'll be Art Reimer. Ryan Wechter starts 17th, and he was the last one to post time. 18th, it'll be Matt Taylor. Muhammad Obeer, 19th. Daniel Resch, 20th. 21st, Stephen Lee. 22nd, Daniel DeRosa. 23rd, Ellis Spice, and rounding up the 24 car field, Cody Grommel. That is the starting field tonight for some fun under the lights here at Darlington. get ready to come out of turn 4. Pace cars off. What do you say, LGN? Ready to have some fun here under the lights of Darlington?
Yes, sir.
All right, it's going to be fast-paced. And here we go! Already a good start by a number of the guys, but a number of them had to check up hard because of the that turbo lag that kicks in. And already you see a number of guys trying to find the bottom there. You can run the bottom here in the IndyCar. You cannot in the stock car through 1 and 2. But over time, that right rear is going to be screaming bloody murder when you keep running that low line through 1 and 2. 3 and 4, it's not going to be bad, but already a number of guys that are starting single file here as they come out turn 4 to complete lap number 1.
All
right.
Usual to use the line. Be careful, the car. You think the car is coming to the corner, and you turn the car, but the car is going to the wall. So you have to be careful, very careful, especially in this turn because it's going to the wall 100%. So you have to lift him before. Especially, I don't know what happened when they have the old tires, but at least you can play here with the weight jacket or stuff.
That you can, but a number of these guys also have to remember that wall coming off of turn 2 juts out so quick because turns 1 and 2 is wider in radius than it is in 3 and 4. The reason why it's small, why the radius in 3 and 4 is small, there's a minnow pond just outside of turn 4. And that's the reason why Darlington has the egg shape. It's still one of the best tracks around. And if you have experience here, it will absolutely pay off in the long run.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, contact in 3 and 4. One car gets moved up there, and already in the back, one car into the wall.
Taquila was that. And I think Zastrada losing the car.
Yeah, that was the boss man. He lost it off of turn 4, clouded the wall. Not what you want to have happen here because it will hurt in the long run. A number of these guys already starting to get loose off of turn 4. Not so much off of turn 2, but turn 4, they're losing grip, mainly because of all that dirty air that they're getting, even with the adjustments that they have in the car, the weight jacker, the front rear ARB, you name it.
And I am rescuing my voice. If you hear anything in my mouth, I'm trying to get a cough drop so I can survive to bring you this one. Lap 7 of 70. It is Pinero, Tanner Richards, Jason Brophy, riding with Brian Campbell right now. Of course, a big announcement today for his team in the IndyCar Series, or actually a couple days ago. They got the reigning Indy Next champion, as well as they will be having a cooperative technical alliance with Andretti Autosport. So, big pickup there for Dale Coyne.
And speaking of IndyCar news, before we close out the show tonight, I do kind of want to make a sad announcement and close it out with a eulogy. And somebody is stuck on the wall, almost got super glued there.
Pobolonis.
That was, yep. He got super glued to the wall and he lost all that track position. He will now fall down to 16th. Still some good racing all around here. You see a number of guys trying to find their way through. By using that, you can somewhat get away with the bottom groove going in through 3 and 4. Big stack up there.
Wachter was almost in the attenuator of O'Meara, who had no place to go because Taylor was in front of him.
Tanner have a lot of net coal on the wall. A lot of yeah, you can see he hit the wall, but it's not hit the wall, but it's kind of weird though.
Tanner is now back to 4th spot now, and new leader Jason Brophy using that experience here.
Already we see at least one decent battle here between Wachter and Daniel DeRozzo as they come off of turn 4. DeRozzo tried to make that run going underneath him in turn 3 about half a lap ago. It did not work out. He had to fall back in line right behind. And he's going to try and mount that charge again. But don't look now. Wachter is also going to try. He wants to try and get by Mohamed O'Meara. But it's not going to work because O'Meara is throwing him that dirty air as they come off of turn 4.
213 mile per hour laps. That's what we're doing here at a 1.36 mile oval, egg-shaped. high banked. Here comes Ryan Wechter to the inside of Muhammad Omir. Can't get
Not
there.
going to be enough.
Sorry, I kind of worry because it's our Rimmer. Rimmer is almost going to lose a lap, and to try to the car slap down that car is going to be a problem if we don't find it in the main or back straight. So be careful there.
Pinero back to the point. Big run inside for Jason Brophy, who used the banking to get a run down the front, the stretch there. Oh, gosh, I don't even know. We're on the front of the backstretch. I think we're in the backstretch here. Here's the front stretch. There's the start-finish line.
Oh, no, he lost it! Oh, my God, Reno Pinheiro. Wow. He hit the wall on the right side, so he's losing positions.
He lost it. He lost that right rear coming off of turn 4, correction, and he's falling back tremendously. He's lost so much ground that he needs to try and get it to where it's not cooking that right rear tire, because he's now under fire from Indy Kirchenbacher. Kirchenbacher still maintains that high line. Not going to be enough.
Get that
He
inside
will slap
wall.
back in the rack. Goes, but
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go.
hard. And at least 4 cars involved in this one.
Oh, is one of the millions, to be honest. This is the one of the millions. They can see him make a mistake like this. It was a huge mistake, actually.
We're watching the replay right now. Oh, and he grabbed that the lower banking there, and Crash Neon's in it. I think Tristan Fortson might be in it as well. Matt Taylor's in it.
Yep.
Oh, Matt Taylor saved it? I think it's Taylor. Oh, no. He didn't save it.
No, he got involved. You can get away with clipping that apron in a stock car. You cannot do it here in the IndyCar.
We'll ride with Matt Taylor, as I'm sure we're going to have everyone come to pit road. And if this is anything like the tire deg that we see with the stock cars, although the stock cars are a lot more heavier than these cars, twice the weight. I'm sure they're going to go to the new. Watch this, just runs out of room and just right. Yeah, that's just the closing rates of these cars. But you're going to see drivers come to pit road. We have tire limits here in the Oval Series. 3 sets of tires, and they start with 1, and they have 2 more in the pits. So, do they go at lap 19 to those new set of tires? Stephen Lee staying out.
Sorry, I forgot to mention, I already saw it in the first couple laps or 5 laps. We started the race. The exit on turn 4 is like it's like a something over there. The car is jumping and lose the car. That's why Pinheiro loses the car over there and try save it. And then, well, we saw what happened.
Well, what you're talking about is the undulation when you're coming out of the banking. It's abrupt, but it's not as abrupt as Texas Motor Speedway is. If you get the exit, if you nail the exit correct out of turn 4, the back end of the car will not kick out. If you exit a certain wrong way out of turn 4 here at Darlington, doesn't matter if it's in a stock car, or even here in the IndyCar, it will kick that rear end around when you least expect it, and you just might lose the back end of the car completely and go towards that inside wall and effectively end your race. And some would say, how the hell does he know that? I've got first-hand experience. I've had it happen to me at least a few times in the NASCAR iRacing Fixed Series, and it's in the early days of that series. It's not fun. At times, you basically want to try and, over the course of the run, you want to breathe that throttle. That way it doesn't completely kick out on you. If you breathe that throttle, just burp it out a little bit, then you'll be able to just coast over that bump and straight shot, full throttle down the front straightaway. Heck, even at times coming off of turn 2 over here, you can do that, and it works just as perfect going down the backstretch here.
All right. Let's get some bills paid here. 3 cars are currently on pit road. Tristan Fortson, Crash Neon, and Taylor with meatball flags. But while we're in here, if you enjoy P1's coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday Night Top Split and you respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you'll miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. This is a fixed setup race. Again, a 1.36-mile egg-shaped oval, 70 laps, 95.2 iRacing miles. No fast repairs, 3 sets of tires. A lot of drivers went to that other set right there. We anticipate at least one more stop, maybe after this or not. I don't know. Really, it just the numbers we have for this place as we're back underway just really don't stand up the test of time. And here comes Ryan Campbell to the inside of Brophy. 55-mile-per-hour speed limit on pit road, I believe.
It would be correct. And Brophy now, he gets that run coming off of turn 4, side by side with Brian Campbell going into turn 1. Will he be able to get the lead? Just narrowly, he gets it back and to the front.
Here comes Tanner Richards. T-Rich to the inside of Seb Alexander.
But Brian Campbell back to the front, though. He's like, no, yeah, I'm coming back for you.
Ryan Wachter, 2:14.1. That's the clip that we're turning around this place. Sub-22-second laps.
Already a couple of good battles here, side by side, going through 3 and 4. That was Ty Quilla with Trey Shadid, but also back up in front of him, though. Ooh, I think that was Campbell that just barely tapped the wall. He's stuck on the high line there. And he's got nowhere to go. He is now under attack from at least 4 other guys. He is now falling back just a tad bit. He's going to try and slot in between Trey Shadid and Ty Quilla. Ty Quilla trying to get that run as they go off into turn number 1. It's not going to be enough. At least a couple of good battles.
Stephen Lee up front, or Stephen Lee in the back there, gets the purple lap. Yeah, Ryan had help from teammates. Quilla let him in. Quilla's a teammate. Clindy's a teammate. So they're going to let him in. Trey Shadid, he actually has some success here in the IndyCar. Back in Season 3 of 2023, Week 3, Round 3, it was a 38.62 strength of field. Brandon Trost beat Trey Shadid by 0.5 of a second. Sean Hill finished 3rd in that race. Then in Season 2 of 2021, Week 8, Round 8, a 34.76 strength of field. Sean Durham got the win over Joseph Piscata. Those are names that we haven't talked about or at all in the history of some of these broadcasts that we've done. And then Cristiano Benevenito, we've talked about him before. He finished 3rd in that race. Season 1 of 2020 was the last 3 races ago that we had here. Season 1 of 2020, Round 8, Week 8, a 37.11 strength of field. Graham Carroll over Sean Dunham again. Sean Dunham's done pretty well here. But Nick DeGroot, our good friend Nick DeGroot, finished 3rd that day.
Graham Carroll, my God, that guy was super fast. And I think he have another guy, and I think have a racing for Red Bull in that time, but I don't remember because I always have the skin on the Red Bull. Also, they have a kind of special skin or livery, Red Bull stuff.
Red Bull. Team Red Bull, Red Line Team Red Bull.
Yes, but talking about miles ago. But the guy is really fast, I remember. I think it's like a champion or something like that. I don't remember.
Already seeing it pretty much throughout the entire field. Single file here. These guys are trying to at least see what they can get on the fuel mileage. They're probably at least, maybe I spoke too soon there. Contact! Trouble in turn 3 and 4.
Dang it.
3 cars hard in the wall.
I'm trying to get the camera back there. It is not one of those nights. Everything, we don't have a really good camera pack for this set either because everything is just so fast with these IndyCars. We need to be higher and more zoomed out.
We'll watch. Albrecht and somebody else hit for him on the back.
It was Elijah Gilson. And Ryan Warwick had nowhere to go on that one.
We're going to go back in time. We're about almost at a halfway point already. As we are under caution one more time. I went about 20 seconds back, and that's actually a full lap here, so I should probably reduce that. There we go.
Guys, I hate to say it, but Michael Andretti has been wrecked out at Darlington.
Yeah. And yeah, Gilson into the back of Albrecht.
What?
Almost. And that did collect, That did collect Walker. And then Stephen Lee escapes on the high side.
To ease your confusion there, LGN, Chris Albrecht is running, from what I can see, the Michael Andretti 1995 Texaco scheme.
Oh, that makes sense. That's why.
That's why I said, for the first time ever, Michael Andretti has been wrecked out at Darlington.
But
and we got Indy Kirkenbauer's dad's checking in chat, JP, and it's Indy Kirkenbauer.
I think I said Kirkenbauer.
No.
Sounds different.
Go back and review.
By the way, you can review Trisha did in the yellow flag. He lost the control in turn. I don't know which turn it is.
He's right now. He's right now doing okay. So he is back under mechanical power after having a mechanical issue. If you do enjoy P1's coverage of the IndyCar the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us. If you are, the best thing you could do is you can send us a donation to the broadcast. The next best thing you can do, other than by doing a subscribe for us, you can sort of support us. I can't talk at all night, guys. So while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell to help the algorithm so you don't miss it on the next race. But the GoFundMe campaign link is in the description. We would appreciate any donations, no matter the amount. It'll be greatly appreciated. We do these for free on behalf of the iRacing IndyCar community. And they are not cheap, and they require time and money to produce, so any donation you can make is really, really, really appreciated. Hey, in December, P1 Broadcasting becomes the primetime home for Today at the 500, sponsored by Oil and Gas Supply, your nightly destination for all the action leading up to the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. The last kiss of the bricks for 2025 will start right here. The countdown is on. We are well within the final 100 days or so, so pucker up and don't miss a second of the action. Like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in, and we will see you in December. Getting ready to go green this time by coming to lap 34, and Brophy not wasting any time.
Nope, he knew exactly what he was going to do there. He got a perfect jump on that restart there. No harm, no foul, but oh, look at Tracia did. The man who spun under caution. Going into turn one there, he's under fire right now from Tyquilla, side by side between the two there in 3 and 4. I don't know if it's... Oh, Trace! Just barely scraped the wall. He got himself a Darlington stripe.
Big block on Clindy going into the corner. Clindy just posted, I guess, if I want to say that, posted his track guide here on the channel to Darlington. So if you need some Darlington tips, you want to check that out. But back up front, we got a 3-car breakaway. It is Brophy, Alexander, and Tanner Richards all 1, 2, 3, nose to tail, nose to tail, nose to tail. They're just trying to run away from Campbell and Quilla.
Campbell saw what Tanner Richards was going to do. He threw the block on him. Threw enough dirty air on the front wing of his car. No harm, no foul, as I've said a number of times already.
Clindy, high side over Tracia did.
Definitely how about damage?
I think Clindy might have just given himself another Darlington stripe there when he was trying to get by. Tracia did. In 1 and 2, it was not enough, but already at least another side-by-side temporary battle right behind these two.
And we're not too worried about points for this race either. That's why I haven't showed the graphic. This is all about the IndyCar experience, something that we've never seen or see very rarely here on iRacing. Here goes Clindy to the inside.
Good side-by-side battle. Oh, Tracy barely taps the wall. That's going to allow Glenworth to get away. But don't look now. Under fire. Here goes Tracy did from Mohamed Omir. Mohamed Omir is picking his way through the field. He's definitely going to be one to watch as they go towards, as we get near the end of the race.
Here comes the cat.
for me, definitely have a damage because when he spun, he tried to recover the car and came the car in front to him, and he have a little bit contact. I don't know how much it was the contact, but he have a contact, and he didn't check the front wheel. I don't know. It's kind of, I think it's that.
So between AAA and USAC, the series ran here at Darlington Raceway 4 times between 1950 and 1956. The IndyCar track record is 142.3 miles per hour, set in 1956 by Andy Linden. It was one of his 3 career Champ Car poles. The all-time wins leaders here. 1950 Indy 500 winner Johnnie Parsons got the first win here. Then former Indy rookie pole winner Walt Faulkner, kind of along the same lines as Teo Fabi and Schwartzman. If you remember that stat earlier in the year, well, he got one of his wins here in the second ever race. Indy 500 podium finisher Manny Iulo, he got a win here. He got the 3rd race here, and the final race here in 1956 was set by former Indy 500 pole sitter Pat O'Connor. They all have 1 wins here in IndyCar competition at the track Too Tough to Tame. Oh, off the corner.
That was Art Reimer. Art Reimer clout the wall coming off of turn 4. He's definitely going to suffer at least a little bit of suspension damage. That's going to hurt his straightaway speed, not so much his cornering speed, though.
Gotcha.
Oh, caution! Brophy's on the wall! Brophy is out!
Oh, I have a contact with Daniel Richard Van Netcoat.
And Brophy's taking blame on that one. Oh, don't tell me that was netcode.
That was a lot of netcode. A lot of netcode.
Oh my God! Well, what's that old saying we say, Gary? Netcode giveth,
and
netcode
taketh away. Yes. We'll watch from this angle as they come into turn 3 down the backstretch. And actually, you know what? Everything's just happening so quick here at these graphics. Let's go back a little bit more and watch that. I mean, you're going to see it clear as day that they don't really touch. Yeah, and we'll go back and we'll ride with Tanner Richards here. And here's from Tanner Richards' point of view. You're just not going to see anything come in the contact right here.
Another perfect vantage point is from Seb Alexander.
Yeah. So we are starting to get a little bit of attrition here. I'll bring back up the graphics. Today's strength of field, in case anyone was wondering, is a 45.37. As far as I know, that is the highest strength of field race ever here at this track for IndyCar. If you are just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday Night Top Split coming to you from Darlington Raceway. We've now completed 45 of 70 laps. If you're enjoying our coverage of tonight's race and like to monetarily support us, please find the link to our GoFundMe campaign in the stream description. We do realize times are tough, so no matter the amount, however much you give us, and would wish to donate to us, we greatly appreciate it. You can also send us super chats in chat here down at the very bottom. We'll reset the field, get ready to go racing next time by. It is T. Rich, your leader. Seb Alexander is second. Ryan Campbell in third. Ty Quilla fourth. Clindy in fifth. In fact, it is all Rogue Racing with the exception of our leader. And I know Rogue Racing, they want to get around that and they want to lock out the top here. It's been a pretty productive week for Rogue Racing. Last week, Pinero got a win here, and then Clindy won in the Vor Series at their Indy 500, and then Hunter Ingrave won in the Elite Racing League last week at Road America, and a very exciting race there. So a big race big week last week for Rogue Racing and officials and unofficial league events.
So So Trisha did have a drop to end to come into the pit, I think so, with the pit road though.
Yeah, that is one unique feature about Darlington here. That pit entry, it is the trickiest of them all. But back under green here at Darlington Raceway, already a number of these guys, they're feeling out to what they can do. And unfortunately, guys, I got some bad news. The boss man has fallen out.
Oh, El Patron is out. So currently we now have 16 cars still running. We started with 24. So the track too tough to tame is definitely a lot of attrition. Look at the run Seb Alexander has.
I was also looking at Stephen Lee. Stephen Lee had one huge run coming up at turn 2. He got by Elijah Gilson there. And now Stephen Lee is going to try and get his way back up to Indy Kirkenbauer, as Kirkenbauer is trying to find a way to get by Daniel DeRosa. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think Indy is going to try. He's going to hang back to where he's at, and he's going to use that draft just to try and save just a tad bit of fuel, and somebody's engine has blown up on pit road.
Yeah, Kirkenbauer has a lot of experience in the stock cars as well, so he might be a sleeper to watch here. Most everyone else here that are in these cars right now are regular drivers of these cars. I don't know. There's a lot of guys in the top 10 right now that actually get into the stock cars very often. I'm sure there are some. Tanner Richards, maybe. Povolonis taking a peek.
Know.
Yeah, Povolonis was taking a peek to the inside. Brophy's out.
Brophy to it. No,
yeah.
Brophy.
But he's out. Yeah. Yep. Oh, car coming off the banking. Cody Grommel. I think it was just letting some traffic go.
And probably the smart thing to do here, because the closing rate here compared to the stock cars is absolutely incredible.
We're already less than now 20 to go. So when does Seb make his move? It looks like he has the pace. When does he make his move? Can he make the move? It looks like the Rogue Racing guys have a pretty good, at least, idea of what to do in these fixed setup cars about how to make their cars look good. Seb up 6 spots. Omir up 13 spots. DeRosa up 15. Stephen Lee up 11.
I'm trying to pick the battle to describe, but with everything happening, there's a number of good battles around here that are just hard to pick in terms of trying to focus the camera on and talk about.
And it makes you wonder how hard this battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th is going to really work its way out at this point. These are all teammates. And then right behind him, more teammates. We got Omir with Track Rocket Racing, and then Durazo on the same squad. Indy Kirkenbauer on the votive squad. And to the inside of Indy Kirkenbauer, Art Reimer.
Art Reimer timed that move perfect, going underneath Indy there, going into 3. He's now going to try and get by Daniel DeRosa, but he's going to have to bite his time. And, Stephen Lee, speaking of, he got into the wall coming off a turn, going through 1 and 2 there. Not sure if he's got more damage. Somebody clouded the wall there. Oh, that was Casey Povolonis that clouded the wall coming up a turn 4. That's really going to hurt the car.
Another one again. Povolonis into the wall again. Art Reimer picks up another spot. Reimer, Omir sees him's like, no, I'm going to give him the fade.
Give him the old Pruitt fade. No, it's almost rare to see that in oval. You see it more prevalent, though, on the road street circuits.
Gilson inside. Oh, and what a slide job on Stephen Lee. Whoa, that was a Brazilian clear by Gilson up the 10th spot. Daniel Hesje back there in 12th. Meanwhile, back up front, we still have the battle, and we're getting a little bit defensive now down the backstretch. Tanner Richards protecting to the inside. Seb Alexander holding his line. Those top two starting to inch away a little bit. Ryan Campbell now also starting to inch away from his teammates just a little bit. Here's some idea of gaps. Top 6 all separated. Top 7 all separated by less than a tenth of a second or less.
And whoever said
that, Reimer, my God, so take it almost two positions.
Oh, Stephen Lee!
Reimer to the inside of Clindy.
Stephen Lee almost ended his race coming up at turn 4. He lost. The rear end got an enormous amount of understeer. He somehow saved it from going down towards the inside wall on the front stretch.
Back up front. Now the top two pulled away by a half a second over Campbell. 9 to go here at Darlington. IndyCars at Darlington once every 2 years on iRacing. It's one of the rarest of all rare racings you get to see here in the Indy Oval Series. Right up there with Daytona, Talladega, racing at the Rock, which we'll do later this season. See the schedule in the description.
And apparently, season 1 of 2026 for next year, from what I've been hearing, we're going to cross state lines to the north, but we're not going to Charlotte.
You're going to make me buy North Wilkesboro, aren't you? I just keep, here comes, whoa, here comes Seb. Seb had a big run, but no place to go. 7 to go, coming to 6 to go.
And yes, from like I said, from what I've been hearing, under the lights at North Wilkesboro, the new North Wilkesboro.
And Tanner Richards to the inside, down the backstretch. And Alpha 4 down the main straight. Here we go. 5 to go. And a nice run by Reimer, up 10 spots to 6th. We'll shout him out. Still has some time maybe to pick up another position or so. But can Seb Alexander get to Tanner Richards? Seb's had a couple of good races in the last couple of weeks. Just the finishes weren't there for him. Oh, in the wall. Quilla clears Campbell, moves Campbell back to third. Quilla now on the bottom step of the podium, but he smacks the wall. Contact, and this might be the end of the race. This might be the end of the race. This might be it. This might be it. There's Art Reimer. Kirkenbauer also involved.
Another one.
Shadid involved. And Kat Durazo is involved.
Durazo with a whale of a ride there as he went flipping.
Trey Shadid also too in ball.
And it was, I believe, right around, let's see.
Omier and
Reimer. Yeah. And Omier. Oh, a lot of netcode just nudges him. And it just starts picking up one after another. Again, closing rate of these cars, and I believe that's gonna be how this race is gonna end.
Yep.
Tanner Richards is gonna pick up the win here at Darlington, and he will go down in history as the top split winner for the next 2 years before we come back to this place. I don't think we're gonna have time to do a restart.
I think in any ways they're gonna get the contact because the net code was so tiny. Anyways, maybe in some point you're gonna get contact in that because the car for Omier is going up, and then it's happening everything.
Yeah, I think we're done because next time by is a white flag. So that is it.
Well, I can honestly say that I've never seen a stock car flip here at Darlington in the NIS, but I've now seen an IndyCar flip, and that's a first.
So Tanner Richards getting his first win in a while, so congrats to Tanner. Seb Alexander is going to get himself a P2. I know he really badly wants a win. He will get one. And Ty Quilla, a podium finish. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Lewis. Go ahead.
No, I think about it. Was Gibson involved in the crash? Started the race?
No,
or
I don't.
Something happened to him?
He's in 7th spot now, so he survived to get a top 10 out of this thing. Your biggest gainer, your biggest gainer inside the top 10, I believe, Lewis, your driver of the race is going to go to Muhammad Omir, up 13 spots.
Yeah, I also mentioned to Daniel Reche, Stephen Lee. There's a lot of people, but it's a lot of dead people in on the back. But to be honest, hard to have a 13th spot. To be honest, it is hard. So yeah, Mohamed Omir it is.
And the final time through turns 3 and 4, and T. Rich going to get the win. Next week for us, same time, same channel, is going to be Texas Motor Speedway. Stick around right after the interviews here. Go to the main page on the channel, and you can watch the Indy Next Series ovals on the. Sorry, here we go. Tanner Richards getting the win. Congrats to Tanner Richards. But coming up following this race on the channel will be the Indy Next Oval Series at Charlotte. That's going to be Jacob Collins on the call there, so you want to check that out. Last week we were watching the race at Iowa, and it was quite the spectacle. Those cars did not separate very, very much.
Yeah, it's kind of sensitive, the car, the NXT. And any crash is boom, gone the car. But it's very, like you said, we watched that race and it was really entertaining to watch.
And here are your results. IndyCars from the track too tough to tame. Tanner Richards with the win. Seb Alexander in second. Ty Quilla third. Brian Campbell fourth. Glindy fifth. Mohamed Omir 6th, Elijah Gilson with that top 10 in 7th, Daniel Hesje in 8th, the Brazilian, good finish for him, Casey Povolonis with the meow before the race and with the roar at the end, coming home in 9th, and Stephen Lee, who stayed out for a little bit to try to get some track position, comes home in 10th. And then Cody Grommel, Ellis Spice, Trace Shadid, Indy Kirkenbauer, Art Reimer, Dan Durazo, The Boss, El Patron, Antonio Estrada in 17th, Brophy in 18th, Wagner in 19th, Albrecht in 20th. Albrecht was disappointed as his first top split race to get crashed out early. Tristan Fortson, Crash Neon, Adriano Pinero, and Matt Taylor. So we gotta find here some replays. And we'll get into the interview room. Somebody's doing some massive donuts still. Here we go. And I think really the question will be tonight for everybody is all about the experience. What the experience was for everybody. Because it happens so rare. Just how do you prepare for a race like this that happens, once every 2 years? And here we bring up Ty Quilla, and here he is. Ty Quilla joining us in the booth. Ty, congratulations getting that late pass there on your teammate to move you to the bottom step of the podium. But I guess really the question is, other than if anything else you want to talk about your race, was really the experience out there. What was it like driving these cars on this race course that really doesn't have these cars in mind anymore?
Yeah, I don't know that you could ever put these cars here. This is terrifying. I don't even want to pass. I mean, it was, yeah. I mean, I'll just be honest. I was happy where I was there, passing Ryan. I didn't want to. We were getting a lot of pressure from Art, and we were all on comms, and Kyle was like, "We kind of got to go here," because I think he had some damage. But I don't know. I didn't want to make a move because I almost died right there trying to pass him. I almost nailed the wall, and netcode's been wild. I had it multiple times with Trace in the beginning, so it was pretty terrifying. But always good to come out with a podium in a race like this.
Well, other than the experience and the race, I mean, you got a P3 here. You got to feel pretty good about that in a race that I think it's the highest strength of field race we've ever had here, looking back in history. So that's something to say for as well. So congratulations on surviving, getting that P3. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone want to say hi to?
Yeah, shout out to Rogue Racing. It was fun racing with all you guys. Good racing with Ryan again. It's always a pleasure. Sorry, Ryan, for taking your podium spot. I feel like you really deserved it here. Thank you, Kyle, for playing my rear gunner there. That was extremely helpful to all of us. And we had Kat and Muhammad helping a little bit too. So good stuff to everybody that was racing today. Shout out to Techtopia, our little sponsor here. Shout out P1 Broadcasting. Thank you guys for always putting on a fantastic show. Looks like, oh, what am I trying to say? Yeah. Hi, LGN. Hi, Justin.
Hey.
Thank you guys for always showing up. Appreciate you guys as well.
You know what's funny, Ty? I was initially thinking about running tonight, but I'm like you. I'm a little bit terrified, even though I got experience here, albeit in the stock car. I think I might run, but now I'm wondering if I really want to run at all.
Yeah, maybe just, I don't know. It's either get pole or stay at the back, feels like, and hope people don't try to run you over. So,
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just a race of survival, that's for sure. I mean, you see half the field died, I think, tonight. So, yeah. But yeah, I think that rounds out my shout outs.
All right. Well, congratulations on the P3. We'll see you in a week. We go to Texas Motor Speedway.
Cool. Thanks, Gary. Take it easy, guys.
Yeah. Let's bring up Seb. Here is Seb Alexander. Seb just kind of ran out of time there with the caution ending the race. You were kind of stalking him. You got a couple runs on him, but weren't quite able to get the pass. Talk about trying to pass, Tanner. Did you have anything for him? And then really talk about the experience, kind of a once, I don't want to say in a lifetime, but almost for a lot of these people, that kind of a once in a career in your sim racing career. You raced an IndyCar at Darlington. And for a lot of drivers tonight was their first race ever with an IndyCar at Darlington. What did you think of the experience besides the race itself?
It was terrifying.
That's funny because Ty Quilla said the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't think I've raced on an oval that's this scary to go side by side on. It's equally scary to be on the inside as on the outside. I guess I kind of, once I had gave it a couple shots on Brophy, but then it's just like he's just gonna get it right back,
Yeah.
And it's like we're playing Russian roulette for nothing, and it's gonna blow eventually, and that's what happened to him, right? So then I just kind of settled in behind Tanner. You could build these massive runs out of two. So I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna do this once. Like I don't want to play like 60 rounds of Russian roulette. I think I just played the one. But then obviously ran out of time. I think with the way the tires were feeling at the end of the final run, that would have probably been my call to go, because with how slippery the tires get here, like inevitably, it's the risk of a caution is just massive at that point. So that, yeah, I wish I had like taken a stab at it 2-3 laps earlier maybe. But I felt like I could pass him at will, like whole race long. But yeah, I just didn't see the point. So But I mean, I lived at the P2. Yeah, I'll take it.
Lived to tell the tale for another day. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone want to say hi to?
Oh, my teammates at Indy Alliance Racing and the Technical Alliance, as always a blast to race with you guys. And I'll see you next week.
See you next week. We go to Texas, which we know your squad is very good at, so we will see you there when we go to Texas. But congratulations on the P2 here tonight.
Thanks. We'll see what the temps say about Texas. It's going to be deciding for how it races. But if it's a hot one, it could be good. I'll see you guys.
Yeah. He's already looking ahead. He's always like, if it's this temperature, it's this way. If it's this temperature, it's the other way. The guys at IAR, they know Texas pretty well, and I would suspect that they're going to be coming to play big time next week when we go to Texas Motor Speedway. But gentlemen, we don't have Tanner Richards. Normally he does not show up for interviews, but here is Tanner. He's led 31 of 70 laps tonight, and here's his stat line. Finished first, started second, only got as low as fifth. So he was up in the top 5 all night tonight. So he had the touch and got the win for our first race here since 2 years ago. So, gentlemen, that's going to be it for tonight. Starting with you, JP. I mean, what'd you think of it? It sounded like I'm sure if we had Tanner, he probably would have said more of the same. He probably would have said, yeah, it was a little terrifying out there. Maybe good this only shows up once every 2 years?
Yeah, I think he would also say the same thing. Because I don't know if you could... I wish we were all together in the booth right now because, yeah, just even from a broadcaster standpoint, I'm a little nervous still. I'm shaking because of what I saw. And yeah, what both of them said, yeah, it was terrifying. It was fun, but it was terrifying to watch. And before we close out the show, like I said, I do want to at least give a bit of a small eulogy and some news about a passing in IndyCar that happened this past Saturday.
Well, we'll hang on for that. Final thoughts, Lewis, before we talk to Justin here. Your thoughts. You've raced here before in these cars, slightly different, I think, last time or one of the times you raced here where we didn't have in a fixed setup race, didn't have access to the tools. These guys this time had access to the tools. It might have made a difference, but you, when you raced here, is just kind of the old-fashioned way. It's your right foot, your left foot, your right hand, and your left hand, and that's it.
Yeah, it was I said before, it was really difficult. It's terrifying. Everything is going fast. You have a lot of things you have to figure out when you have to lift in. At that time, when you have to lift in, I remember. Oh, this is the way. This is the point I have to lift in. The other one I have to go in straight to full throttle. When I see the tower, is when you have to lift in, and when you don't see it, it's because you have to go in straight on the corner and just lift a little bit to don't go to the wall. But I raced 3 times. I found it. I won 1. I finished 8, and the last one was 14. I said, no, don't. I don't want to race anymore here. So, to be honest, it was really difficult. It's terrifying. It's everything's fast. That's what I mentioned. Dover also too when we raced over there. Also, Rockingham never raced over there, but it looked like terrifying also too in the booth. So it's something like they can put it 1 time a year, but if you put it 1 time every 2 years or 3 years, the people's getting like, oh my God, this is scary. This is that. So if you put it 1 time a year, it could be a better approach for the next one. But like we said, this is no IndyCar track. It's for NASCAR, and but it's still like and we can figure it out all the week. It's just this is the main one, and after that we thinking about it in Texas next week. So, anyways, see you Thursday for Nashville Super Speedway in ERL. I hope your voice is gonna get well. And yeah, see you there in a couple days.
And just look at the schedule. Another track he mentioned, week 7, Rockingham. So we're going to have another one of those type of tracks coming back. It's kind of the oddities. Justin, go ahead.
For those that don't know, yesterday news broke about a passing from someone that was very connected to not just IndyCar, but the motorsport world. This past Saturday, we lost Robert Clark at the age of 75. Robert Clark was the head of what was then known as Honda Performance Development. He was there at the start of Honda's Odyssey in 1994 with the kart PPG IndyCar World Series. He took a fledgling engine manufacturer and built it into the powerhouse that we know as Honda Racing Corporation USA. Robert Clark, we will miss you, and we will see you on the other side very soon.
All right. And let's go ahead and close it out for the night here on that note. That's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from the track Too Tough to Tame, the Lady in Black, the Indianapolis of the South, Darlington Raceway. Tanner Richards gets the win. Seb Alexander comes home second. Ty Quilla battles his teammates and comes out on top of those guys and comes home at the bottom step of the podium in third. Join us again next week for round 3, week 3 of season 4, 2024, or 2025, excuse me, of the iRacing Oval Series. Tuesday night top split. You know,
what year is it again?
It's 25. I'm pretty sure of that, of the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split. As the teams and drivers head to Texas Motor Speedway. Coverage begins around 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. And again, it's 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Remember, as always, for the correct broadcast time and year in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Hey, we love bringing these races to you, but they're not easy and require time and money to produce. If you share our passion for the sport of IndyCar and you've enjoyed our coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, please take time to visit our GoFundMe page. The link is in the description, and donate to our 2025 broadcast fund. We realize times are tough, so no matter the contribution, it will be greatly appreciated. We thank you for watching and making us part of your Tuesday evenings each and every week. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game's not an easy one, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more about P1's other iRacing programming, including right now, in about 10 minutes from now, it's the iRacing Indy Next Oval Series. And it's just about currently getting ready to get underway at Charlotte. You can find the stream live on our channel's main page. As soon as we're done here, go there, load that up. You can watch Indy NXT cars, as I call them. No, it's Indy Next. Indy NXT would be if it's a wrestling thing. Indy Next at Charlotte. And that should be a really big of a banger race. Those cars race very well on the ovals. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Simrat Market, your go-to source for iRacing paint templates and broadcast resources. From clean base liveries to pro-level design assets, Simrat Market has everything you need to build your brand on track. Visit Simrat Market, download, customize, race. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash SimCam. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash SimCams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook or follow them on X and Instagram. All the links you need are in the description. For business inquiries, to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram as well. You can also follow all of our social links on Linktree. You can check them out in the description. So, for Justin Petschauer, we got Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at P1. I'm Gary Gatto saying all good night, and thanks for watching. And all of our men and women serving in the military and its first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week at Texas for the next race of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split right here on P1. Good night, everybody.